Have you taken on a new leadership role recently and are learning that not everybody necessarily wants to follow? Here's 3 things that I've learned in 20 years of leadership. The first thing I had to learn is get over yourself. Leadership is not about you, it's about serving others.
I learned the hard way about it not being about me. When I was 20 years old, I got a promotion to assistant general manager of a health club, and I thought I was all that, but people didn't like it. In fact, I had to learn that the secret was to really serve others.
Servant leadership. Giving of your time and service to others to be able to help them get up. Whether it's teaching them, coaching and mentoring them, spending time, whether it's giving of gifts. There's actually the 5 love languages, which is a great book, but there's also the 5 love languages in the workplace. A third way is words of affirmation. I know my husband responds to that. I know I respond to that. Sometimes people don't want more money. They just want a little bit of encouragement. They want a little bit of credit. They want you to be able to catch them doing things positive instead of always catching them doing something bad and correcting them. So we want to make sure that we're providing encouragement. The fourth one is acts of service. That's a huge love language for me personally. I know I'm always needing help, feeling like there's a big, huge project ahead of me and not sure how I'm going to be able to do it. But when the team comes together and people pitch in, I know that, oh my goodness, I am so grateful when someone volunteers to help set up or clean up. That is an act of service. And as a leader, you can help someone else by helping them with their project. And I know that sounds counterintuitive because you're the leader and it's their job, but sometimes people just need a little bit of help to be able to finish it and get across the finish line. And that act of service goes so long. The fifth one is physical touch. And of course, in the workplace, you must be very careful about this, but whether it's a hand on the shoulder or a pat on the back, telling them that they're doing a great job or a big high five, physical touch can mean a lot to some people. The second leadership principle is to grow beyond yourself. And Mahatma Gandhi once said that most of the world's problems could be solved if all of us were to fill in the gap between what we do and what we're capable of doing. Wow, when I read that, that was like a big wake-up call, a slap in my face. Oh my goodness, if I were living up to my full potential, I know there's so many things that I want to solve. I want to solve world peace through teaching people about God's love. I would want to solve the pollution problem that we have to save the environment through zero emissions. I mean, if I were living up to my full potential, I knew that I could make a bigger impact in this world. So when it comes to growing yourself, that's talking about personal development. Every single day, learning something new, whether it's in your current field or stretching a little bit outside in order to grow. There's a saying that when the leader is done learning, they're also done earning. And it's so true in so many cases. I've seen leaders get to the top and they think they've learned it all, they think they know it all, and they're not willing to learn what's new, what's working now, what's growing now, and being open to learning new things, especially learning from the people that you're leading. They have a lot to teach us. And so when we are willing to grow beyond ourselves is when we're reaching a new level in leadership, but when people grow respect for you as well, because they see that you're still in the trenches, that you still care, and that you personally want to get better. And nothing's more attractive about a leader that wants to constantly grow and get better and improve themselves. The third leadership principle is to give beyond yourself. What I mean by that is there's a lot of insecure leaders that are afraid to give power, to be able to give authority and autonomy to the people that they lead because they're insecure that their position's going to be threatened. Today I was reading about King Rehoboam. Rehoboam is the son of King Solomon, one of the wisest and wealthiest kings of all time. King Solomon asked God for wisdom. He didn't ask for riches. He didn't ask for an endless life of great health. He didn't ask for destruction For his enemies, he asked for wisdom, and so God gave him an abundance of wealth and wisdom and riches throughout his entire lifetime. And so what ended up happening is King Solomon had a son named Rehoboam, who was full of himself, who wasn't willing to grow, and who wasn't willing to serve others or promote them. And when the people came to them and asked them, hey, our life has been hard, can you help us? He actually decided that he would be even stricter and say, well, if your life's been hard, I'm gonna make it even harder because I'm the king. And that didn't go very well. People didn't like him, they overthrew him. And so that's not a great way to lead. When we actually give of autonomy and authority to others, maybe featuring them on stage if you have stage time, maybe if you're leading a section in a meeting, asking someone else for their ideas to be able to put input and ingenuity into something, that's when you're growing and developing other leaders. And the more you give of yourself and are willing to lift others up, and the more secure you can become in yourself and confidence in order to be able to give of power to other people, that's when you're growing and developing lots of leaders. And when you develop someone else, you change their life. And when you make an impact on someone else's life and they know that you truly care, that's when people start to follow. So I hope these 3 things can help you in your leadership. Congratulations again on your new promotion. I know you're going to be great. Just remember the 3 things and be sure to like and subscribe if you want to get more encouragement on a weekly basis. I love you and I look forward to seeing you next time.